Hello, my name is Dr. Shambles, and today we have a somewhat quick video. It's still theory crafting on Enel, and I need to record this video right after you guys see the other one. So right now it's Sunday, sorry. It's Sunday, and tomorrow there will be a video of my of theory crafting about Enel, and I was throwing some theories around here and there. And today, what you guys are going to see today is me almost going back in all of my words. So in that video, I'm going to say that I hope that I'm wrong, and apparently I am. The deck of NL is actually very good. So I've been testing today the deck with proxies. There you go. Just so you see, I have the proxies here. Here is the Dawn. Here is the NL and all the cards. And I tested some deck lists here and there, and so obviously I tested what I wanted to test, which is right here as well, which is Nola with Holly as well. So I've been testing around, and I tested against Red Blue Ace, which I thought it was going to be one of the toughest matchups for NL. Just so you guys know about this, before we go into the Kardikaizuku's deck builder, by the way, because I will go there and I will show you guys what I pretty much found out with the deck. It's not going to be anything new for you guys, probably, especially for the people that have been testing the deck as well with me. But it's still information that I want to document and record. So I went with Ace, right, and I went 6 games. For some reason, those 6 games, I lost dice every single game. I went first every single game, and I won every single game against Ace. Now, there are some matchups, which I'm going to talk about once we get to the deck builder, that I think maybe NL will struggle now that I have this new vision of the deck, now that I tested it with the full support right here. And I will be talking about them. But for what I saw, this deck is actually surprisingly very good. I still don't want to say it's going to be meta, because again, this is just me testing one matchup, but it's definitely gonna be viable. I think last video I think I said is not going to be viable. I was wrong if I said that. I was wrong. It is viable. This is actually very good. The deck is actually very good. I'm very excited. A very good purple deck. So yeah, let's get to the Kardikaizuku's deck builder, shall we? See you there. Okay, so here we are. We are now on Kardikaizuku's deck builder, which is also the one that I used to print my proxies. Right now you guys can see that he already updated some of the images here. It's looking much better. But yeah, this is the deck list that everybody agreed upon on Discord, and what I've been seeing that is used the most on YouTube videos and such. So, and this is probably the best one, I will admit that. There are some things here that would change, but let me just get to what I found out with the deck. First of all, the deck is actually consistent. I was worried that sometimes you would be like drawing a lot, but never seeing what you actually needed. Yeah, that doesn't actually happen. I actually don't really care. Sometimes I'm like, I can't play the NL. Or most times you do play the NL, and then you just start using cards to draw and set up to what you actually want to see. For example, I don't have an Ohm, I don't have a Kitten, and this actually happened, and I don't have a Dragon. So what would happen is I pretty much managed to play an NL, search for the first part, which would be Kitten, since I need to swing with Ohm, and then I already had Mamaragan. Let me just, for this to actually make sense. Then I just used 2 Varies, and I managed to find a Lightning Dragon. So I then used Kitten, decrease 1, draw again, which I draw into whatever, and then I play Lightning Dragon to stun the body and draw again. But before that I had to use Mamaragan. So pretty much I only had Mamaragan in hand, I needed these 2, and I wanted to stun a body. So what I did is I actually managed to play an NL. That NL searched something and trashed something. That something was Kitten. Then I used the Vari, and I used the Vary. That Vary would draw into something. Then I actually played Keaton. Keaton would decrease 1, and that one gave me then draw, and then gave me Lightning Dragon. That Lightning Dragon then stunned. So you guys can see that, like, we draw a lot. So the idea is to draw and try to find the most possible things. That's pretty much it. So the deck is very consistent at finding everything it needs. Against Ace, I managed to take away Whitebeard with Divine Departure. Usually I don't do this on their first drop, because when they drop the first 10 cost Whitebeard, I usually already have 2 Enels, no matter which one it is, I already have 2. And so one can bait out the block, the other one will make a lot of pressure onto Ace. Also, Ace, for what I tested, and this going first, Ace can never use its stake life to bump his power effect with the 8 cost events, because we usually manage to make so much pressure early and mid game that they have to take the lives, and then at that point they cannot really use the event to take their own lives. So they're never really at 8k. Remember, Whitebeard, the 9 cost Whitebeard will be rotated out by the time this deck gets to us. I still was playing with that Whitebeard still. We decided to do that. And let me tell you, even with Ace at 10k, I still managed to win against it somewhat easily. I don't want to say too easily, but it makes a lot of pressure. And yeah, so at the time they dropped the first, I don't have Divine Departures to take it right away. But then on their second blocker 10 cost Whitebeard, I already have Divine Departure with Keaton or an Ohm Swing. Sometimes I even manage to have 2 Ohm Swings, which does so much. And then I have Eltar. Like, I already have everything set up when they drop the second one, because you actually don't counter a lot of attacks. I was pretty right about that. I told you guys that Red Law likes to take lives to have fuel, and Enel likes to do the same thing. Pretty much you take lives to have fuel, and that fuel starts replacing itself for the cards that you actually need to find and want to see with the draws. So I was right about that. The rest about needing Holly and Nola, I was wrong. You can still play Holly, and I will mess a little bit with this deck list to fit Holly, but I don't think I'll be playing Nola. The reason is, like, I'm not gonna lie, I hate Vary, but you need to draw. If you need to draw, you need to draw, and it's better to just draw to not find Holly. But I didn't use Divine Soldier as much, so I would actually reduce here and maybe reduce here to bump to 2 Hollies if I really want to. I still think Holly has extreme potential, but you don't need it that much. But it's really cool when you do pull it off, because I did try with my deck list. In case you didn't know, the deck list that I wanted to try was this. Yeah, there you go. This was the deck that I wanted. This was my deck list from the last video. It also is super consistent, but I do prefer having some extra draw. So what I would do is play only play Holly at 2, and then either 3 Varys and 3 Divine Soldiers, or 2 Varys, 4 Divine Soldiers. But I would go like this, 3-3. The reason is because I only played 1 Divine Soldier every game. You don't really play more than 1 for what I tested. Again, this is against only 1 matchup, so I might be wrong depending on the matchup. So this might go to, I might have to give up on Holly if I really require Divine Soldiers and Varys. But for now, this looks fine, to be honest. Having an Holly for extra pressure, because there were games, like, I only did 6 against this, but I also tested hands, but this was not testing in-game. It was just me drawing the first 5 cards and then trying to see how it would go on curve. There were turns where you, like, can't really play Enel. Like, it's a weird situation to be in. Like, you have, like, 1 Enel, but you don't really want to play it yet, because you want to test how your opponent reacts, and so you kind of do like to, I don't know, it's so weird. I'm sorry, it's very weird. Like you don't have, let's imagine I want to do that combo where I need Kitten and I need Dragon and I need and I need Mama Raglan. She's a 3-card combo that all of them replace themselves, and I don't have any of the 3. I don't have the Searcher Enel. I have the Blocker Enel. Let's imagine like this. This happened one turn. I already had like a one of the vassals. I think vassals. Sorry, I had one of vassals. I'm gonna call them vassals. Vassals. But because I didn't have 3 and I didn't have a Searcher Enel, which would be the easy way to search one of them, I pretty much started playing like one of the vassals, and that would draw 1 card. Then I would play maybe another vassal that would draw another card, and then I would start start finding this, maybe play 1 Vari. And so because I didn't have the search and I really needed to pull this combo sometimes, you really love this combo, by the way. Also, it's a combo that replaces itself, not like Divine Departure. Divine Departure is when you go down. The Divine Departure El Tor combo is when you go down most cards in hand, because it's a 3-card combo that sometimes takes away 2 cards, because Divine Departure does not replace itself, nor the El Tor. But Kitten does, and if you do it with the Swing of Ohm, then you don't really lose a card. Anyways, so yeah, but continuing this combo, you do really love this combo. What I did against Ace was, if he played the Yamato 6k or sometimes the Jozu 7k power, I would need this, and I did that turn pretty much. They had a Jozu, I needed to find these 3, so I would stun Jozu before he could actually attack. He did bounce one of my guys, but we don't really care about that. We don't even care if they bounce our Divine Soldier. And so I draw, then I stun him by searching for him. Then next turn, he was still frozen. So what I needed to do was just play an Enel. I found a Searcher Enel by then, and that Enel, pretty much with the draws and such, gave me another Lightning Dragon, which made me stun Jozu another turn, and at that point Jozu just loses all its value, to be honest. It's enough stall for us just to do a lot of pressure with these 2 big boys. So yeah. So if you don't really, like, you play 2 searchers sometimes, I'm gonna call these vassals, 2 vassals sometimes, and those, so that leaves us with 3 done up, so that could be a window to play Holly. If not, Holly is a card that you discard when you are searching with your NL, which is your only actual searcher, but you need to discard 1 card. So yeah, I wouldn't mind doing the deck like this. You just have another option, just the 2 option in case. Again, if they do play Jozu, they can bounce this right back, but it's fine. They're spending a lot of Dawn to do such things. And if they let it be on the field, then it's going to be a very big swing that's coming up to them with double attack. Also, what I imagine, now let's go into the matchups that I think are going to be more tough than I thought, since now I actually have a good feeling with the deck. Let's just go back to the list that's most popular, and let's take away this. So, Luffy. I think the red-green Luffy might be annoying. This one. Simply because he plays mid-range and he can make a lot of swings. And to be honest, most of those are in range of our Lightning Dragon. But I don't think we can stop his aggression that much. Then, if we do stop his aggression that much, he's gonna have a lot of done up, which then it's their counter, which means they can counter out of our NL swings a lot as well. Again, 2 NLs are already a success, let's call it that. It's already a success on pulling the strategy. 2 NLs make a lot of pressure, and so Luffy will have a hard time, obviously, keeping up with 10k swings every turn, plus leader, plus maybe a 6k from one of these guys. But still, he can keep you away from early game, which is when we actually have the most windows to take that first life. Making first blood is very good with this deck. So I imagine this guy can be a problem, especially with this guy over here. But I don't know yet. I don't want to set that in stone. Carve that in stone, I think that's how you say it. The other Luffy, which is this guy, this will be a counter. That it's on my... I told you guys last video, this is a counter. There's no way around it. It's just everything we wanted to do. Is gonna be bumping up his big boss, which is this guy. But at least... by the way, let's imagine the kitten plus... the kitten plus lightning dragon combo does not work on this guy. It needs to be a ohm swing first, and then once you use lightning dragon, then you can stun, and then he actually goes up in power. That's pretty much how it works. And also it has rush, so it's going to be placed, it's going to be rested no matter what, so you don't really need Mama Ragan. But yeah, just remember the order that things go is if you have Ohm, you decrease his power, and then you can use Lightning Dragon to stun him, because this guy is gonna make us a lot of pressure with his bumping power pretty much every time we use a 2K, which is all of our events. Like every time we use an event, he bumps his power up. We don't know how much. Neither does the pilot of the yellow Luffy. So our opponent. But because all of our counter is 2K, is an event, so he's bumping every time he swings pretty much. If we want to counter out of it. So yeah, this also happens when we try to block with Enel. It's every time we activate an event on a blocker. So which means that every time he swings with this guy, it's gonna have to go through, or else we're just not gonna be able to keep up. We might risk it blocking. Maybe they don't bump their power that much, and maybe that's the best option. But yeah, it's gonna be very annoying, especially if you start chaining them a lot. But yeah, that's the one I think that can do the most damage to us. And I did have another deck on my mind which I forgot. Which one is it? Which one is it? I forgot actually. Oh, maybe all the Luffys are counters. That's what I'm thinking. The other yellow Luffy, where is he? Is this a counter? I don't know. I don't want to say this one. I don't know. This one. This one also might be a problem because of the triggers. If they trigger a Jinbei goes to war, that's extra pressure onto us, which means our stuns that slow people down don't slow that much, and that could be an opening for him. Also, their burn with the AB03 Namis could be a problem. Yeah, that could be a problem. Also, they regening Robin, if they do play still the 6 cost Robin that burns, or the kids, or the Bonnie. Actually, everything that burns our lives might be a problem, because again, it's one of the few ways we have to actually have fuel in the deck, and if we have fuel, we have consistency. So this guy might be a problem. So every single Luffy might be a counter to us. So if you don't see a Luffy, we might be fine. I'm fine with that actually. It lore sense makes lore-wise makes sense. Oh yeah, also Nico Robin, if they get it on trigger to stop our aggression from Leader Swing or the Vassals. Yeah, I feel like this is also going to be a counter. And maybe the Bonnie. Where is she? I don't know about the yellow one. I don't want to get into the yellow, but maybe this. She is a very big body. And she's a 7k on later in the game. Our Enel still go through, but if they play that other Luffy, this Luffy, which they will, that could be a problem. So that Bonnie might be a problem as well. Roger, I don't know, man. Is Roger I don't think Roger is a problem. He will be annoying late game, but I don't think he will be as annoying as Bonnie, because Bonnie plays blockers. She plays Borsellino. People are saying Borsellino is going to be pair banned or whatever. I don't think so. I think he was meant to be played there. Also, he's a very new card, so I don't think nothing is going to happen to him. But Roger does not play as many blockers, so I don't think he will be that much of a problem. Especially early game, he's at 5, and he's only playing bodies to ramp, so we don't... And all of their bodies are pretty easy to stun. Like bullets, for example, it's super easy to stun. Right here. Also, Gaban, pretty easy to stun. You just need to decrease 1k, and then you know we can do our shenanigans. The only problem starts with the relay and the Zoro. That's going to be out, the red Zoro. Let me show you guys. This boy, which going to replace Whitebird, might be a problem as well. Yeah, so pretty much their late game can be annoying, but I don't want to say they counter us just yet, because I kind of just witness what this deck can do, and I'm very happy to say that this is viable. Very happy to say that this is a deck that you should consider making. Very happy to say that I was going to be making this deck, but I'm more pumped now that I've actually tested the deck, and I actually know that the deck is in fact very, very good. And so yeah, I can't wait to play the... And so yeah, that's it. Like, I'm very happy how the deck turned out. I hope the deck is not expensive, because this Enel is a secret rare. So... How do I say this? I hope it's only a secret rare that only works on Enel. Just on Enel. So I hope it goes down. Pretty much it's the same as Crocodile. So they go in card market by 5 euros each. I'm willing to pay that, to be honest. This NL also a card that only works on NL, so should be pretty... All the cards on NL only work on NL. So the deck should be pretty cheap. The only one that should be the toughest to find is this NL. That's it. The rest look pretty fine to me. And yeah, I'm very happy. So this is just for me to rectify everything I said last video. I'm very sorry. I was a bit pumped out because of this card. I still think that actually KOing something would be better than freezing. But maybe this is for the best to balance out the deck. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. And I'll see you all. Comment what you think of the deck again. Or in what you think that the deck can do. Will it actually be tier 1? Or am I actually wrong? Again, for thinking now that it is viable and it's actually dog trash. I don't want to say shit, but let's call it dog shit. Yeah, tell me what you think. Tell me what you've been testing. I still think going to Hollies might be good. Just for an extra tech. Yeah. Oh! Mihawk! Is this going to be a problem? He is a 5k because we're special, so that's good. But he does stun a lot. And he can stun our NLs. Even with RV, he can still stun with the Bonnie. He can also stun with event green 1. Where is it? This is the only thing we can actually dodge. But Bonnie, we can't. We can dodge it with Vari, but even so, it's a bit... it's a bit annoying, right? Bonnie. Where is the Bonnie? This one just automatically freezes no matter what. And which is Perona, but Perona I think is a cost 5 or less. 2-5 cost or less, yeah. So it doesn't really go through. But Law and Beppo also will be stunning 1. Oh come on, man! I passed through it, didn't I? What? It's not here, so maybe if I search... Yeah, there you go. Line Beppo here also will be stunning our boys. And bumping his leader, but we should be fine. But yeah, thank you so much, sorry. I just wanted to bring the highlight onto Mihawk a little bit. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.